dun, dun. That looks good. That's better. Hello.
Sometimes I scream like that because I just want to be more like Dan Tiernan.
You just want to what?
Be more like you.
It's a Cowboys and Unicorns podcast, everybody. I'm Dan.
And I'm David.
And we're finally starting.
And we have the one and only Christopher Butler.
Yep.
So do people actually call you Christopher? Is that your full name?
No. Yes,
Okay.
it is my full name. People do not call me Christopher, except for my mom when she's mad at me. She'll call me Christopher.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Glad we established that.
Yep, just Chris.
What's your middle name?
Lewis.
Lewis.
Christopher Lewis Butler.
I actually thought about
At least
name.
it's not Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
That dude was a real jerk.
Yes, he sure was. And my wife's Native American, so that just really wouldn't work out at all.
Yeah. Wowza.
I thought about, well, I don't have a kid yet, but when I have a kid, I was thinking about naming him Lewis.
Soon, right?
Nope.
Come on, Dan.
I plan on 5 years after I get married, so it's only been 18 months. So I got 3.5 years to have a kid.
You have to think about how old you're going to be when that kid is graduating.
Yeah, like, I was thinking about how old I am when I have him, like 29. So that means I get 29 years without being a dad, and then the rest being a dad. Seems good.
But what about when they move out? You'll still be a dad, but you won't have to talk to him ever. Right?
Wow.
What? That's what I'm planning
Ever?
on doing. Yeah.
Just get out of my house.
Whatever you want to do, I don't care.
What if your kids don't talk to you? What if you want to talk to them and they're like, screw you, Dad?
I'll be sad.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
That would actually suck. But to circle
What if it was
back,
like nice for the first couple of years and then you're like, okay, no, I miss them.
that's actually when I was in high school. Me and my dad did not get along, and then once I got out of high school, I was like, my dad's cool. I love my dad. He's like my friend.
Got a little perspective.
Yeah,
You had a little rebellious age. You didn't get along with him.
just a little bit, a wee bit.
What kind of shoes are you wearing, Chris?
Oh, these.
Are those Timberland?
They are Timberland.
Oh,
They're steel toe though.
They are steel toe.
Should we test it out right now?
Yeah, sure. Step
but they're
on-
like
step on my foot.
they're like mid cut.
Yeah. I don't know. Yep, steel. They're steel.
what if that had just broke on his toe?
I just tapped Chris's steel toes with my whiskey bottle,
Yeah.
half full of whiskey.
Guys at work
Hey.
make fun of me that I wear them because apparently only black people can wear them. That's what they say.
I'm gonna be honest. That was my first thought when I saw you wearing them.
Yeah.
but
I didn't.
that's
know that.
probably racist of me. So
It is kind of racist. Why can they wear them and I can't, man? They're comfy. They're very comfy. And I got credit through work, so I'm gonna.
Oh,
buy some
nice.
boot allowances are great.
Yes, they're.
I actually should probably use a boot allowance. I got a pair of steel toes when I first started at Superior, which was 3.5 years ago. So,
How often do you go out on the floor?
well, I really wrecked them for the 3 months that I was welding, but I just get to go out. They let me out like once every 6 months, and I get to go into Canada and do a site survey. So, going there December 11th. Nova Scotia, eh?
I use the when I charge my boots to like the account.
Yeah.
And then I turned in like the receipt or something, and then they reimburse me for charging their own charge account.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, how come I have an extra $120 this week on in my pay? So then it was weird. So I told somebody, I was like, I didn't actually pay for this. And then so then I had to write them a check for like the accounting office, like a check for $120 because they just paid me that.
Hey,
which is kind of a weird way.
Yeah. Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Good job.
I don't want to steal, I guess.
So, Chris, the story I was telling you in our first attempt at an intro so far for the night,
Right.
I posted on your wall.
Okay.
And so Chris and his wife share a Facebook. So it's Chris Tiffany Butler or something like that.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And it's always weird. Like if you get a like from their page, it's like, well, did Chris like it or Tiffany?
Tiffany.
And then I posted a video of a baby riding on a Roomba or whatever you have?
Yeah, Tiffany did show me that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And I was like, dude, they totally need to do that. And if they won't, I'm bringing my baby over to their house, and I'm going to put her on their Roomba. Yeah. It's like a baby, just like...
What's a Roomba?
It's a little robotic vacuum cleaner.
Oh.
Automatic vacuum. That's pretty cool.
So there's the video is just a baby like hanging onto it and getting driven all around the house. So then someone commented on it and was like, I still want to try this now. And I was like, that sounds like Chris. I feel like Chris would say that.
It wasn't me.
Turns out it wasn't him.
I feel like I saw something on Twitter or Facebook that was like, it's 98% Tiffany and 2% Chris.
Yeah.
Was that you?
No, that was her. She did that. So
true to form.
She deleted her Facebook because she deleted hers in the time that it was a huge fad to not have a Facebook. You know, the Facebook sucks.
She's one of those people.
Yeah, she's one of those people. Anyways, so she deleted hers and I kept mine. I never check it. I go on Reddit because Reddit's awesome. But so she decided she still wanted Facebook. So then she logged into mine, and that
really?
is how it all. Yeah,
that's how it happened.
My Facebook. So then
you just changed your name.
I was like, all right, well, yeah. And a lot of old people do that. That's kind of how I knew that we had gotten to that next. We're gonna stay with each other for our entire lives. Like,
you are the youngest couple, like married couple that I know that does that.
Yeah.
You know, everyone else is like at least 30.
Yeah.
You guys are like, well, you're 12.
Okay. Yeah. 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 I mean, that was mean.
But
I tried to grow out my facial hair. I couldn't do it.
Chris has a slight baby face for those who don't know. But you will know because we'll post pictures of him looking like Justin Bieber on this episode.
Awesome.
At least you're rocking Timberlands and not like
true.
Dad New Balance shoes.
But I feel like that is kind of Justin Bieber style, rocking clothes that are not. You know
is Bieber your inspiration?
No. I'm not a believer. No.
Not at all. Did you ever have like a phase?
Oh my god!
Is there a song that you like?
School, throughout high school. Is it too late? No, I'll just say sorry. I like that one. But throughout high school, I had the flippy hair.
Oh yeah.
And anybody that saw that flippy hair was like, "You're Justin Bieber." Yep. No matter what your face looked like or anything at all, just if you have flippy hair, you're Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
It was that's the Beatles haircut, man. That's how it always was. The Beatles.
Oh.
That's
how you're gonna pass it off.
Can't Buy Me Love.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you want to sing a little bit of your favorite Bieber song?
No, I don't. I don't think.
Okay.
I do. No.
All right. Just wanted to give you the opportunity.
No, okay. Thank you, Dan.
So you would have that opportunity in case you wanted to,
Yes.
go with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, what are you drinking? What beer did you bring us?
This is Red Hop Rising by Castle Danger Brewery.
Castle Danger.
Where's that at?
Duluth somewhere?
I don't know.
I believe it's Duluth or just north of Duluth.
Yeah.
I know for sure.
I can't see.
That.
Two Harbors. Two Harbors.
Oh, Two Harbors. So yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit north.
Mm-hmm.
It's tasty.
It's kind of like a darker hoppy.
Yeah, it is.
It's a little thick.
It's almost like a winter ale-ish typeness with hops. I just said a winter ale-ish.
Oh, it's a hoppy red ale. That makes sense.
Yes.
Did you already say that?
It's a red ale.
I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I spaced out for a little bit. Sorry.
It's a red ale that likes to jump.
Yeah. Yes. That's good. I like it.
This Bullet Rye is pretty good, too.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, how about you give us a brief synopsis of who you are, your life passions, what you do.
Wow. Nothing interesting, really.
Nothing?
No.
Wow.
Well, I'll
that is a very bleak outlook.
Video games?
Yeah, video games. Yeah, but well, you don't like to tell people you play video games because people are always
people are judgy,
you
bro.
waste your time. Yeah.
Because
exactly
you do. Obviously,
Yes.
because you responded so emotionally, you feel like this deep-rooted shame and guilt that
I do.
that it's actually true.
Absolutely. Yeah, I do. But they're really fun, and it's my time. It's my time that I get to hang out with my boys. My friends.
Do you actually know your friends?
Yes, most of them.
Okay.
There's a couple guys that I don't know that I play with, but yeah.
So besides video games, who are you?
Let's see. Who do I identify as?
A white Timberland wearing male.
Yeah. I am a programmer, machine programmer at Brenton Engineering in Carlos. I program machines that put boxes into cases, and yeah, that's about it.
So like boxes into cases.
Yep, or I should say product. So like cereal boxes or Dawn dish soap or whatever,
Oreos.
whatever, anything, and then it puts
Oreos.
Oreos, yeah. That was at the Douglas when I used to work there. It was Oreos. But we did. I think we did some Butterfingers one time. But anyways, yeah, puts it into a box, and then that's it. Glues it up and ships out to a store.
So you don't package like the actual like the food product into its box. You package the box with the already packaged product,
the finished product,
into a bigger box.
Into a bigger box so that it can go on a pallet, so that the store can open the boxes and put it up on the shelf.
So are there like robot arms that
sometimes
grab things?
Yes, sometimes there are. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So I went Facebook Live, and Haley's watching. We have one viewer right now, and it's Dave's wife.
Hi, babe. How's it going upstairs?
Jordan Lightsky, my buddy, was watching for a little bit, but
he got bored probably.
Yeah. Okay. Ending live video. There we go. I'm back, guys.
That has been so out of focus.
It's okay.
So to become a machine programmer who works at a company where he programs machines, like, how'd you get that gig?
Oh, yeah. I went to school for mechatronics, it's called. And that's electrical, pneumatic, hydraulic, kind of all that kind of stuff.
Sounds like someone who could make a transformer.
Yeah, maybe I could.
Like Bumblebee.
Yeah, well, not that big, but, maybe some cardboard. And I could do something
Transformers
small.
aren't cardboard.
No, they're real.
I think that's about as far as I would get.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Other things about me. I'm married. To a beautiful, beautiful woman named
It's pretty
Tiffany.
cute.
Oh, thanks, man. And I have a son, Gideon, and he is 9 months old. Today, I think it's isn't it the 20th?
I think your wife posted on Facebook that it's 9 months today.
Yeah,
so
9 months today. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, he's starting to say dad, 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 dad. Maybe that's every baby that does that. I don't know, but I'm gonna take it to heart and say he's saying daddy.
I was gonna say, he's just blubbering. Yeah. Maybe it's tongues.
Yeah, he could be speaking in tongues. That'd be cool. Yeah.
Did he say mom first?
He does say mom, mom, ma sometimes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Da 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 da, ma.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like that.
He's singing.
Joe, a deer, a female deer.
Ray, I dropped. So funny story about that. Not to cut Chris off in the middle of introducing himself.
Okay.
When I was like maybe 5, I think. So we grew up, like my family is totally like a musical family. Loves all sorts of music. Watches all the musicals in the world. So we watch The Sound of Music all the time. So the first time I ever saw a deer in California, I point out the window and I go, Mom, look, a doe, a deer, a female deer, a ray, a drop of golden sun.
That's awesome.
That was just how I associated it in my brain. I don't know. Maybe you had to be there.
How old were you when you first saw that movie?
I don't know. I was probably like 3 months old when I first saw that movie. I don't remember that experience.
I remember the copy that we had was taped by my grandmother when the movie was on TV. And so it's already a pretty long movie.
I remember those days.
It had commercials in it.
And it had commercials. So there's like old Pepsi commercials and stuff. And
wow.
Cool.
And you're kind of like, oh, these are old commercials. So they were interesting. So
Yeah.
we would watch all the commercials too, and it would take us a million hours to watch Sound of Music.
Nice.
But
Wow. Yeah, those were the days like when you had to hook up your VCR and like record what was you were watching on TV onto a blank tape.
Yeah.
That was
Illegal.
back in the day.
Was it illegal back then?
Nobody knew. There's no way to know.
Right. It was kind of just like, I mean,
For home use, I think it's fine, basically.
right. If you were selling it, it would have been illegal.
Right.
But
I
maybe
mean-
it was still illegal.
You wouldn't download a
My dad's a pastor. We wouldn't have done anything illegal.
No illegalities. Chris, do you remember that time when we were at Sunshine? I'm trying to think if this was you.
What stupid thing did I do? It's probably something really stupid.
And I'm
right?
wondering, like, have I brought this up before?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
I'm waiting to hear what it is.
So I think it was you. Anyways,
I get crazy.
no,
in a
it
crowd
wasn't.
full
It
of
wasn't
people,
that
so.
stupid. But I had brought this girl to Sunshine, and
spicy.
Was she hooked?
yeah, she was cute. She's married now. And so am I. To not that girl. So, and I remember like we were hanging out in the tent, and you were there too, and probably Tiffany or something, and you were like asking these questions to other people, like, "Hey, are they a thing or whatever?" But it was like the first time I had hung out with her, like
Oh.
alone.
Oh boy.
And I could hear what you were saying. Like
no.
everyone could hear it. I remember at that moment, I was like, "Shut up, Chris!" But internally, because I was sitting right next to her, you're like, "Hey, are they a thing? Are they a thing?"
And Dan's like sweating.
I was just like, "This is our first thing."
Oh,
Thing.
man, I'm sorry, man.
I'm
Wow,
such a
Chris.
douche for bringing that up
You're
on
that
air.
guy.
I cockblocked you. Well, I mean, I know that's probably not where you were going, but that's the word I'm going to use. The term I'm going to
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm really sorry.
No, it's
sorry.
I-
Did it turn out okay?
Yeah, no, it was fine. It wasn't a big
Did
deal.
you go to a mosh pit and listen to Children 18
Actually,
or something
we
with her? Or?
we were watching the Newsboys, and I had told her that I had brought cigars. So we're just like chilling, watch the Newsboys, whatever.
Wait, how long ago was this?
In college, you know who it
okay.
is. Anyways, and she was like, "Hey, do you want to go smoke those cigars?" And I was like, "Yes, this chick is cool," because we're
That's-
skipping the Newsboys to go smoke
I
cigars.
was going
in
to
the
say that's
parking
way
lot.
better than the Newsboys.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Boys aren't cool.
hate the
So, and then there was like Christian Sunshine people who drove past us while we were smoking cigars, and they were
judged
like,
you so hard.
"Jesus loves you." We're like, "Thanks, guys. We know."
Of course, if you smoke cigars,
Yeah.
you cannot be
I'm not
saved.
offended, Chris, at all. I didn't bring it up
Okay,
to like.
well, I'm really
I'm-
sorry, man.
No,
That's what you think of every time you look at me, isn't it?
no, it's not. I actually just thought of it now, and so I was like, I should bring that up.
I was thinking this story took place like back when you guys were in like middle school or high school, but it's even better knowing that it wasn't that
Yeah,
long ago.
not extremely long ago.
I'm like 25, so it's probably when I was like 21.
yeah.
That long? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I'm getting
Did you
old.
ever go to Sunshine?
I did. I was probably 14 the first year I went. I went for 3 or 4 years.
Nice. Were you guys there that year that those protesters came and were like, "You're all sinners for
Yeah.
listening to screamo music and you're going to go to
Yes.
hell"?
And then some of the nice people from the bands were like, "Hey, do you guys need water?" And like
Yeah.
brought them bottled
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, that was bad.
Were you guys there all the years with like those 2 years with the terrible storms that like took all the tents
Oh
away?
yeah, dude. My buddy had a 1-person tent. It was basically like a tarp and a stick. It was like his feet were sticking out of the bottom. But anyways, yeah, it was really rainy that one time, and he got soaked. His entire sleeping bag was soaked. It was really funny. I remember looking out the tent flap when it was like all stormy and stuff. He's just laying in that tiny little 1-person tent. It was funny.
With his feet hanging
Had
out.
to be there. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Sunshine was kind of nuts.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was fun.
It was, yeah. I mean, it feels like a long time ago, but my that year with the big windstorm and like where tents were getting blown away, we were having spaghetti for dinner, like at our campsite.
At Sunshine,
Yeah,
you made spaghetti.
yeah.
That seems like a
What? Yeah, how do you do that?
like a camp stove where you boil water.
That's weird.
Okay.
That's weird.
What?
It just seems like brats or like
Yeah.
sandwiches or
Right.
something seem more like a sunshine
Yeah.
food. Plus, spaghetti is like
It was stormy and cold.
Is that what you eat when it's stormy and cold? You want spaghetti?
I don't know. Shut up. Let me finish my story. And then Adam, who was on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. So we were having spaghetti, and he was wearing this white shirt and had his spaghetti. And suddenly, like, the wind picked up out of nowhere and gusted and blew his plate of spaghetti onto his chest and just, like, stained his entire shirt with red sauce. That's one of my very vibrant memories of sunshine. Otherwise, I'm trying to think of, like, the best concert I saw it. Like, specific band playing that I ever saw. Probably Children. They put on a really good show there.
Yeah.
And then...
As I Lay Dying, I really liked that one.
Yeah.
That was, before the whole incident.
before he tried to, he hired a hitman to kill his wife and then went to
before that
prison.
whole thing, yeah.
Just that little tiny...
Yeah, that little
blip.
incident. It was a
Yep.
mistake. People make mistakes.
Yeah,
dude.
Usually they don't jump from, like, little mistake to I'm going to have my wife.
Dude, he was
killed
on
by
roids.
this.
I don't know if that's a
he was
reason,
an
but
I don't know if you can make excuses for that.
Yeah, it's
But-
pretty crazy.
But anyways, but really the best show, Barlow Girl.
What?
Dude, I was in love with their drummer Lauren for years.
Nice.
Chick drummer who sings. Yeah,
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. It's pretty hot.
I don't.
Chris gets me.
I feel like Lee Marie would be a better option.
Lee Marie is intimidating. She's a scary person.
Do they listen to this?
I don't know.
I don't know, but like she is hardcore. Like she intimidates me.
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
being
like she'd
honest.
Scratch out your eyes.
So, and it's more of a compliment. So hopefully you don't take offense if you hear this or if your brother shows
I don't think
this
she
to you,
listens to our
but-
podcast.
So, never mind. I shouldn't talk about that.
We're talking about a lot of things we maybe
Yeah,
shouldn't
you-
bring up.
It was something kind of I was just wondering why none of them are married.
The youngest is,
Oh, the youngest is. Okay,
but
well,
she's not in the
Bethany's
band.
married, but she's not in the band.
yeah, right.
I
Yeah, that was a random
we
thought.
shouldn't talk about that.
I mean, I don't really know them well enough, so I'm going to say I think Seth is afraid of commitment, and
Oh God!
I don't know
We need to
about the
delete this
others.
part out.
I don't know about the
This
others.
is slander.
Yeah.
I said I think. I'm not saying that that's legit at all.
Oh gosh, no, we're keeping it in. It's Cowboys, Unicorns,
This is-
uncensored, free
Yep.
speech. We'll live with the
I
consequences.
just think
We
like
will.
people
We love
that
you,
are-
Hostiters.
He might beat my face in. He's a big dude.
People that are like 30 and older, I just don't get like what did they do wrong in their teenage years or in their 20s that they didn't meet anybody, you know? Or
I
were
think they were too
picky,
focused on
or-
being part of a rock band.
I suppose that's true.
When
That's
you're
true.
Let's not
like-
make this Hostler specific. Let's just talk about like people in general.
People in
Well,
general.
I think in general, people who are in touring bands tend to be single. I wonder if there's actually a.
It's probably hard to keep up a
statistically-
relationship when
Right.
you're moving from city to city so often.
Right.
And even though you're meeting a lot of people, you're also like being someplace for a few hours and then leaving right
I
after.
suppose it's being
Right.
single or be a
And then there's that whole trying to weed through the people who are just interested in you because you're like a hot rock star
Yeah,
and don't
exactly.
like. I saw you at a show and I'm totally into you, and it's not actually for anything
Right.
of who you are.
yeah.
So that would just make the whole entire dating process a lot more complicated, wouldn't it?
Are they still going on tour and stuff?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. They just came back from a tour with Disciple, and then they're going back. I talked to Dave in Willie's the other day, and he
Yeah.
said that maybe January or February they're going back out again.
Go follow Children 18.3 on Facebook, Twitter,
They're
Instagram.
awesome.
They
really
Super
are.
good
They're
band.
really good.
Nice people too.
Great
When's the
people.
last time they put out an album?
Come In was back in 2015.
Yeah, 2 years ago I think.
Really?
But that was
And-
like their fourth or fifth.
Well,
Fourth-
it
fourth
depends.
studio album?
A studio album, like on a label.
Yeah.
I think it was their fourth.
Yeah. Which is pretty legit.
I had never
most-
heard any of their other records. Like previously, I didn't even know they existed until I think Chris was talking about them.
You take me places I don't want to
Yeah.
go. Begin again.
Yeah.
You're down from the inside.
Yeah.
All right.
Like 2004 style.
Yeah.
I was like,
And there's a
Two
couple
then.
EPs before that one.
Yeah.
Break back the fire. Wow, wow.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
was
probably like
awesome. I
2002
totally forgot about
probably.
it, dude. That was like See You at the Party.
so
Oh my god.
was Lee
The
Marie-
references in this room are rich right now.
Yeah.
See you at the party.
Oh man.
Did Lee Marie play bass on those initial EPs, or was that like
I think it was other chicks.
that was what's her face?
They're-
Carrie Vienendahl.
Yep. Do you know her?
Well, I know her because Luke Pollard from Firestarters is the only person who's ever given me drum
Yeah.
lessons, and now they're married.
And you know who Seth Baker is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Children 18.3.
What?
He's an original
What?
member
Are
of
you
Children
kidding me?
18.3. Yeah.
That's like the biggest claim to fame of his life.
Yeah, and he didn't want to tour or be in a band, so he gave it up.
What did
Like
he do?
early on.
Wow.
I don't know. He went to Alec Tech for a carpentry degree.
No, I mean like in the band. What did you do?
He played bass.
Oh.
The original bassist of Children 18.3 is Seth Baker.
It's Seth, not Carrie. So it was
Yeah.
Seth and then Carrie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And Children 18.3 was originally a ska band. And they had two, the J Brothers played the horns.
What?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I want to hear their ska stuff.
And they used to
I
have a
love ska.
song called the Hacky Sack Song. And then one of them would juggle hacky sacks, and one time it fell on the saxophone.
The hacky saxophone.
The hack, yeah.
Oh.
I kind of
So-
want to ask Dave
but I mean-
if that,
It's a
like,
lame
there's
joke.
anything that exists that documents those days.
Right. I don't know if there is. I mean, they started in 1999. So,
I was 5.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't know. Maybe Seth was in it for 2 years. I mean, they started well. I think they were in high
Right.
school, you know.
Right.
And Seth and Dave are the same age, I think, and are buddies. And
Right. That's kind of crazy, though.
but yeah, for the most part, it's just Seth, Dave, and Lee Marie
Yeah.
for all their professional career.
Right.
But before that,
Right.
there was some
It
different.
would
members.
have kind of been a bummer to like fully commit to Children 18.3, and then Lee Marie gets old enough, and then it's got to be the family band. You would have been like, oh, oops.
Oh, right.
I'm out.
I think she was 14 the first time she played it.
Oh,
Like
right.
one of her first shows, I think, was like Sunshine, and she was 14. And they're like, "Hey, little sister, you're in the band now."
Wow.
But-
The history of Children 18.3.
Yeah.
Played a big role in our lives.
One time, I went with them to a show, and I think it was like in a little town. The school was ACGC. It's just like Grove City, Atwater, Cosmos. I said those opposite, but so it's like an hour and 15 minutes from Morris.
Okay.
But and I went, and there was like absolutely, they played it at the school, and then the catering was amazing. It was super good. Excuse me. And then there was like a bunch of leftover food and leftover energy drinks, like 3 dozen leftover energy drinks.
So you guys had a contest to see who could drink the most.
No, we didn't, but
Okay.
but we brought a couple home, and then children brought like all of it home. And they're like, yeah, this is the place that caters to us absolutely the best.
They're like, we're coming back.
Yeah. So
That
wasn't a
2
great
weeks.
story, but
Yeah,
it
anyways.
hits my memory because I ate so much good food and free energy drinks. And I wasn't part of the band, but I was with the band, so I got treated like
Nice.
with respect.
Yeah. We, so on my Facebook, year in review type deal, I just saw it came up. So when I was probably 16 or 17, I got to be part of the band for a girl who opened for Rebecca St. James.
Oh. You opened for Rebecca St. James?
Yeah. At a women's conference on purity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dave,
So
that's
it was
awesome.
You know what's even better is it was supposed to be her brother's band, which is the For King and Country, was supposed to be the opening act for her,
But you were instead
and instead,
with your friend.
Yeah, so like my friend who's a recording artist in Nashville, she got the opening act because they had to cancel last minute, and so I got to drum for that. It was pretty sweet, and that
So
came
did-
up on my year in maybe
There's a big audience for that?
7 years ago now. So I would have been
17?
16, 17.
16?
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, I mean, it was like the biggest show I ever played. Like 600 people.
Wow.
Dang.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's kind of fun when things like that pop up and you're like, okay, I can appreciate this because it makes you remember kind of fun things that you might not remember otherwise.
Chris is frowning at me because I'm smiling at him. Were you ever in a band?
Was I ever in a band? Yeah, I was. A couple. There was one with the band, what is that? Omari. Or gosh, yeah, the band Omari, the drummer Riker Heckel. I was in. It was a small like little church group band thingy that we were all in. He drummed and I was a singer in this. Yeah, little church band. We sang.
So you were super
Christian
close
songs.
to becoming Omari, and then
exactly.
Just didn't quite work out, and he
No.
moved on. And
It was through YFC. This band was the Youth for Christ.
Youth for
in
Christ, sure.
Glenwood, yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. and
What'd you
then-
do? Did you sing or did you play guitar? Or?
In that I sang, but then I had this other band before Gideon was born. I got together with my friend Joe and Chase, and I drummed and sang, and then they played guitar and bass. We just played like 90s songs, early 2000s, like the kind of punk rock,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
face
Really
down in the
exactly.
dirt.
Yeah, that
She
one.
said,
Yeah.
"This doesn't
Green Day
hurt."
and all those kind of songs. So, but then that ended when Gideon was born because it was at my house. And
Are you gonna begrudge your son for that? Like
yeah, what
when
a
he's
jerk.
like 12, you're just gonna be like, "You ruined my musical career."
No. I mean, we didn't like write any music or anything. If
You
we
just had
ever
fun.
would have done anything, it would have been like just a cover band for
Right.
whatever, weddings or whatever. Yeah, but
Is that the dream? Wedding
no.
cover band.
No, I'd like to. Yeah, I'd like to be in a band and write music and stuff. That'd be fun. But kind of
We could bring back so my band was called Rain or Shine. Yours was Word Will Spread, and what was yours?
Oh gosh, we didn't have a name. We tried a couple times, and then I was like, "No, we should probably stop this. We're not even making songs. We can't give ourselves a name."
But we could make up like a
What was yours called? Rain or Shine?
yeah,
Okay.
like we could be an alternative indie screamo pop punk band.
I
Rain
like
will
it.
spread.
Rain will spread. I am not good at music, so I don't know how our band's going to be. You're good at music, Dave, and I can scream.
Yeah, I mean you can scream. We can teach you bass because bass is like the easiest to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And then Chris will run like a synth pad with programmed beats as well as playing guitar.
I can't play guitar. But
Okay, fine. I will play guitar.
You play
I
guitar.
can play.
You will drum and play also programmed beats.
I can play acoustic guitar in the keys of G and D.
You mean like the chords G and D, or in the keys? Like you can play all the chords within the keys.
I can
of
play the
G and D.
chords within those keys.
Sweet. I mean, you can play any worship song out
Chris
there.
Hansen was my guitar teacher in high school,
Really?
and I took lessons for like 6 months, and then I kept playing. But I kind of quit in college.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've actually really played.
But I could play like real songs probably if I tuned up.
Yeah, for sure. I led worship for InterVarsity, which is the on-campus ministry here in Morris, for other people,
Wednesday?
it won't be last Wednesday, but it was last Wednesday. That was the first time I had played guitar in probably like at least 6 months.
Wow.
I kind of neglect music. I'm having a realization right now, guys.
Too many podcasts, bro.
Podcasts and pipe making and baby and work. There's too many things in life.
Mm-hmm. Are you focusing on the right things though?
I don't know.
Podcast, baby, work seems legit in that order.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Every night I fall asleep thinking like, what's the next big thing for the podcast? And I wake up like,
No, you don't.
I can
hope
make
you
it
don't.
through
Yeah.
this day for the next podcast episode we'll record.
Yeah.
That's just how I live, moment to moment.
I had that realization
Moment
at
to
work
moment.
today, and it happens. I'm sure you guys have this too, where you're just kind of sitting there at the end of a long day of work, and you're like, "Did I do anything like good for anyone today at
Right.
all? Like, am I doing anything good with my life? Like, I'm just sitting here on my computer working away. Like, is this like? And then I'm like, okay, I make these machines that package these things so that
You're feeding
that
gluttonous people in America.
So, I guess it's bad. I don't know, but it puts the food on the shelf so that people can buy it. So that's what I'm doing, but it doesn't feel like that. That's a long stretch.
Chris, I'm going to give you an idea, and when you run with this, and you become like the person who feeds the most homeless people in the world every
Oprah.
year,
Okay, yeah.
then you can thank me. But you should come up with like a way to automate like the feed my starving children process.
So people
Of
don't have to
packing
help.
meals, and like just have that run while you're at work during the day in your house. So then every single day when you come home, you can be like, boom, I packed 23,000
That'd be pretty
meals
cool, man.
today.
I've done
well
that
at
feed my
work.
starving children. My dad was kind of a big part of that around here.
Dan and I did that together once.
Really?
That was a weird trip.
Oh yeah, we did.
That was weird.
That's when you were dating the girl I wanted to date, and then I waited till you guys
boy.
were done dating, and then I dated her.
This seems to come up. It's probably come up on 4 or 5
Were you
episodes.
jelly,
No, it
bro?
hasn't. What?
Maybe.
Were you jelly?
Not this.
Yeah, I was trying to sneak in, but I went too slow, and then
Well,
Dave
Dan-
snuck in.
so-
Man.
So Dan was trying to get the girl. Dave comes back from Nashville and comes to Morris to visit his sister and gets the girl. And then Dan's pissed. And then, well, that
I wasn't
was just
pissed.
stupid. No, you weren't really. You were super nice. I would have tried to fight you.
I was
if
super friendly with
You
you.
had done if I was in your shoes. And
I
you
was
were
playing
in
the long game.
You were. And hey, I mean, technically, it worked out for both of us.
Dude,
in the end.
one time I came to church,
We both broke up.
and
with
I
her.
walked in. I think she broke up with me.
Oh, oops.
I was kind of a douche. But one time I came to church, and like I had this crush on this girl, and we kind of walked in at the same time, or I saw her, and then she like didn't look at me, and she walked past me, and she went and sat by Dave. And I was just like, crap. But I dated her later, so it's okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I met her. We started dating 2 days later.
Yeah, Dave's a killer. One time we were at Perkins, and there was this cute waitress.
That was
and
for Dan or Matt O'Leary's wedding.
yeah, we were at Perkins with Gabe, and
That
there's
was
this
just
cute
funny.
waitress, and she was definitely flirting with Dave. And we both left our numbers. We're both single. Don't worry, guys.
Yes,
We're
very
not
single at
not
that point in
cheaters.
time.
Both single. And we left our numbers for this girl, and she only texted Dave.
Oh.
not me.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I texted her one time because Dave gave me her number.
Yeah, I was
But
like, I'm not going to text her, and Dan texted her. Then I was like, I'm not really going to text her back, so Dan texted her.
That sucks.
There's all these stories coming up.
Hey, can I stop real quick?
Yeah,
I don't think that's recording.
It's not?
No, I think our limiters are too high because when we talk, the line's not moving, right?
Oh no, it's recording.
It is?
I
I don't
I'm
think it is.
99% sure that
The
it's
green is
recording.
going whenever we talk.
But doesn't it have
We
to
can
be past
pause.
that circle up there?
No, it doesn't.
We can pause and find out if it is.
Because like
and
I'm talking right
and
now and my
return.
line's not moving at all.
GarageBand is weird. Just
Okay. Sorry.
It doesn't have to be past the circle, right?
you're right. We're totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
We're recording.
I'm sorry.
All right. Welcome back to the Cowboys and Unicorns podcast. I'm David.
I'm Dan.
I'm Chris.
Boy, I'm sure this sounds really awkward on that.
Sorry, we had a slight intermission because Chris thought it wasn't recording,
Yeah,
and then it
it
actually
didn't.
did stop recording. So
It was recording, then I moved the computer to show Dave, and then that altered something, and it
I'm
stopped.
really sorry, guys.
hey, it's okay.
Dude, we're not mad.
I'm mad, but I'll get over it.
I did bring beer, so
That's
I mean,
true.
that kind of makes up for it.
Sometimes,
Yes.
Yeah.
sometimes I feel bad, Chris. Like the last episode that got lost that
Yeah.
you were on, I felt like I was mean to you.
It's okay.
I hope I haven't been mean to you on the show.
No, you have not been mean.
All right, Chris.
We talked about poop a lot.
It would not be an episode with you on it without me asking you about conspiracy theories.
Okay, that's good. We can get into this. That's okay. I think I have
So-
a better answer than I had before.
So Michelle Obama.
Is she a man?
Is she, have you ever heard this before, Dan?
The Michelle Obama's. Yeah.
Oh, you have. I had
so.
never heard it before. I went to the Butlers the other night, and I was like, what? Yeah. So I would like Chris to explain it and convince you.
There's nothing to explain. I don't think she's a man.
Oh, your wife
Not
just
necessarily. I think that, you know, it's a possibility. Maybe. But I'm not going to go out there and say yes, she is. Not even close. My percentage of thinking she is one is maybe like 5. Like,
that seems like a lot.
It's possible, but not. I don't really believe it. Anyways, conspiracy theories that I think exist. Though.
Michelle Obama is a man.
So did you? It's
or
crazy.
a lizard person. That's the other one.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
What percent do you believe? Like, what percent possible? So it's 5% possible she's a man. Mm-hmm. What percent possible that she's a lizard person?
The necessity is that you believe that lizard
that's
people
0.
exist.
I don't believe in lizard
Okay,
people.
so it's 95% woman, 5% man.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's one that you have a higher percentage of
very
belief?
high. I like in my mind. I know for a fact that this is that this is real. The Illuminati. They don't necessarily have to be called the Illuminati. They're not. That's not necessarily their name. But I believe that there is.
It probably is their name.
Maybe. It sounds pretty cool. I believe that there is a group of people that are the world leaders. You know, they have the most money of anybody else in the world, and they control everything. They control the media. They control.
Is Beyonce a part of the Illuminati?
I don't think that pop stars are a part of the Illuminati, but I think that they listen to what the Illuminati says.
Taylor Swift is totally the leader of Illuminati.
Yeah. No, she. Yeah, she.
No. Yeah.
You know.
Look what you made me do.
Yeah, me do. Moo. Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
what convinced you that the Illuminati is legit?
Just like, I don't know. Like there's news. God, I'm spacing out super bad right now. It's a Monday. There's news like CNN or Fox or whatever that they decide to cover certain stories and they don't cover other stories, or talk show hosts can go on and they can say anything that they want and people will believe what they say and listen to them because they kind of have their trust. Like Jimmy Kimmel, if he went out and said that so-and-so causes cancer, people would totally not buy that thing anymore because they trust Jimmy Kimmel.
Yep.
You know, stuff like that. And I think that, those people.
So should we catch Jimmy Kimmel and put him in the basement and find out who the Illuminati really are?
No, he wouldn't tell.
He wouldn't? Do you think he has like were those like cyanide pills during the like World War where they would like bite him and then it would kill them?
I kind of forgot what the question was. What did you ask me about cyanide pills?
Is that what it was like during like the World War II or whatever? Like if you caught a spy, they'd have a cyanide tooth and then they'd... Or is that even legit?
Oh, I get what you're saying. I get what
is that
I know what you're saying.
I don't know. And
then you chew it and then you die, right?
Right.
Maybe.
I can't remember if that's a movie or a history book that I saw that in.
It's pretty cool.
I've seen it in movies, so it's probably actually not legit, but I'm pretty sure Jimmy Kimmel probably then has a cyanide tooth, and if we trapped him in my basement, he would.
So,
but that would prove it.
I have one thing.
That would prove it once and for all.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
we could Facebook Live it.
Yeah, we could. No, put your phone down. So, and I'm not an extremely political person at all. I do not like politics very
Donald
much at all.
J.
But, yeah. Anyways, the Bernie Sanders was totally like everybody was voting for that guy. Everybody wanted him to be the
That's just
guy.
millennials.
You know, yeah, but there's a lot of people. There's a ton of people that wanted Bernie Sanders. A ton.
Millennials who wanted free college.
He was beating Hillary Clinton by a lot. So then what happened?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
What happened? Why did Hillary Clinton get put as the Democratic
Didn't that come out?
nominee.
Like, isn't that like
Yeah.
like in court?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that the
we'd have to fact
Democratic
check that.
Party, like,
Yeah,
Just picked Hillary,
picked just because.
and
Right.
and Bernie
Even
went
though
along
Bernie
with
was-
it.
Right.
Yep.
Why?
The Illuminati.
That's what it is. That for sure is what it is. I think the Clintons are a part of the Illuminati. I absolutely do.
So here's an even bigger scope. Is
Okay.
Donald J. also a part of the Illuminati? And they're actually all buddy. But they
He is
just
very
put on a
rich.
different.
Isn't the narrative that he's outside the system?
I feel like
Like all the
you
Republican
can't
like
put him in a
uppity ups and
box.
elites didn't like him either.
I was gonna say, I feel like when he was like starting to get more and more money, the Illuminati saw him and they were like, "Hey, we should maybe get him as a part of our group." And then
And
they
he's
like
like,
interrogated him.
"No,
and he's like, "You know,
I
want to
too
build a wall."
rich.
And they're like, "Okay, let's leave him in his tower. We don't."
All the facts here on the Cowboys.
Yeah, in case you were wondering.
In-depth reporting.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, this is all fact. All fully thought out. Take it as gospel.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you hear here. Just wait. It'll be in the news tomorrow.
This is gospel. If you love me, let me go.
It'll be in the news. Wait, let me just give everyone a date. November 21st, 2017.
What's today's date?
The 20th.
Okay.
So my parents, me growing up, this maybe is why I believe in so
transition.
many conspiracies. No. This is kind of the same thing. My parents are big conspiracy theorists, but they kind of are the ones that believe that like a invisible planet is coming to pass by the Earth, and it has a very strong magnetic pull, and it's gonna do all these crazy things. Anyways,
They still believe this, or they did at one
they
point?
did. Maybe they still believe it. Anyways,
I feel like you're outing your parents right now.
I grew up.
Yeah, you might want to
With
just
them
say a quick,
saying,
sorry, mom
Love
and
you,
dad.
mom and dad.
Okay.
So I grew up constantly with them saying things like, "Oh man, November 21st or whatever, there's going to be a comet that's going to hit the world, and the devil himself will crawl out, and he's going to kill all the Christians," or like whatever, like
Right.
just these crazy things. And I'd be like, "Oh crap!" Like I don't got much time left.
Did your family like stockpile like coffee beans
Yes.
and water in the basement?
My mom started like canning and stuff, and she had her own little stockpile down in the basement. But then
My parents did for Y2K.
I told.
I mean, yeah, like there
Yeah.
was a lot of people that I actually know who did that.
yeah.
Sorry,
is
I
funny.
interrupted you.
No, it's okay. I told my parents though. I was like, "Isn't this like this isn't trusting in God? Like God, the Bible specifically says that nobody knows
The day
when
or the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So why this isn't trusting in God? This is being like fearful, and the Bible says multiple times not to be afraid. You know.
Yeah.
So what is? And they
Good
got
points, good
mad.
points.
They got pissed. They were mad at me. Like, yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah.
I mean, I don't want to laugh at your pain.
No, it's
I'm just
okay.
saying.
No,
Your
I cry.
childhood,
I
your
cry
childhood,
Really, about that
childhood
moment.
issues.
No, but yeah, that's maybe that's why I'm a conspiracy theorist. I don't know.
So you have become what you actually maybe slightly despise.
So, no, because I don't. I know when you mention the Illuminati, people are like, "Whoa, that guy's kind of stupid," but it's true.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Illuminati could be potentially real on some level.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, maybe not that name, but I
think
could see
the
there
thing is
being a
like,
private
it's-
group, elite group like that.
It's super logical to believe that like people with power and money help shape the way the world is and like
Right.
influence it and use their
Right.
power to do the things that they want and to keep their friends in power.
Right.
Well, you said that's illogical.
No, that's logical.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
That's logical. I
Okay.
sometimes
You're
with the conspiracy theories, the thing that I just don't know. Like you see how many groups have a hard time functioning within themselves.
Yeah.
Like look at politicians. Like they're always arguing.
But is it all an act?
It could right. Maybe they're all on
That
the same
is
team.
something you do got to wonder, like Donald Trump and stuff. Like, how much of it is actually like
He's just
legit,
like
or
fist bumping Hillary in the back.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Right. No, that's
Yeah.
a good point. But just like how hard it is for people to work together
Right.
and then to be.
Right.
I believe people in power like run shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know. how much they would like all be on the same page.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
If there was, if
I'm sure they
Like,
they have
all the
conflicting
media-
ideas.
And all the politics and all this is just
Yeah.
like, we're all on
especially
the
if
same
there
page.
was actually a super secret elite group, at some point Nicki Minaj or whoever would have gotten pissed and been so immature, and she's like, I wanted to run the group, they wouldn't let me in,
And that's a thing. Also,
and she
I'm sorry,
would
I
have
should
told
stop.
everyone.
Continue.
She would have already told everyone.
Okay, so
Did Nicki Minaj do this?
no,
Did I miss
but
this?
Nicki Minaj is possessed by the devil.
Oh God. This episode is going places.
Yeah, it's going many different places.
I
No,
sure hope
there
no one
have been-
shows up at my door and is like, "Sorry, but you
You know
nailed
too many things."
You nailed 90% of the Illuminati. We have to kill you."
There's theories about like Michael Jackson. He was saying like, I'm gonna expose so and so people. I'm gonna let the world know, and then like a week later is when he died from his drug overdose or whatever. Like there's
Quotation
don't look-
marks.
stop. Yeah, his drug over.
I'm
No,
sorry.
and
Did
there
I
was
give you a
court-
judging
There was
look?
a court thing about that. That the guy that prescribed him drugs like prescribed him too many. That was in court. You
That's
guys remember
true,
that?
yeah.
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 Yeah, and that just got waved away. Just waved by.
Hey, he might be in jail. He's just a no one, and no one cared beyond the fact that he got
I
dealt
was just
with.
thinking about that on my way to work this morning.
Were you?
Yeah, like people that get like convicted, like you see it on TV, like you're sentenced to 15 years. People are like, yes, he deserved that. Like,
Yeah.
How do you know, like, if he actually went to jail? How do you know?
So, are you talking like cops type stuff? Because I was watching that the other night in San Francisco. That's the show that I watch when I'm in a hotel.
Cops.
It's Cops. I'm not too ashamed to say
Cops
that.
chasing black guys with their shirt off.
Cops is. I was watching it. I'm just like, this can't actually be legit.
Yeah.
It can't be.
Like, it's
of-
got to be staged.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
Or
it
like
has to be.
70% staged.
Right. Just like some of the stuff where it's just like
You find somebody doing something wrong, you're like, okay,
you
we're
don't
filming this TV
not-
show.
Yeah, not every single person you pull over because you're like racially profiling them, and you're like, well, they didn't use their turn signal, but I saw some black people. I'm pretty sure they have drugs. Let's pull them over, and then voila, they have like crack pipes and meth, and then they all have warrants out for their arrest. Have you ever noticed that on Cops?
I don't really watch this show.
What? Every single one. It's like, you have
How many
warrants
people
out
did you
for your
have to
arrest?
stop? Yeah.
And
Like-
then while their hood is on or their face is on the hood of the car and they got handcuffs on them, they're like, by the way, are you okay with us putting you on a TV show? Is that cool?
Yeah,
Are you
right.
cool with that? Because they have to get everybody's permission.
Right.
You know?
Maybe the
maybe they pay them, though.
Maybe the Illuminati is just doing it to promote like racial tension.
They're
That's a
trying.
good
Yeah,
idea.
It's like, hey,
racial-
we're gonna get these
Yeah.
white cops and
It
these
is
black
actually
people,
amazing.
and we're just gonna be like, the black people are doing crack.
Yeah.
It
The
is
cops are
actually
gonna bust
amazing
them.
when you look at Cops, like the show Cops.
Mm-hmm.
How is that even still running, given like the racial tension and everything that's going on in today's culture?
Because it's fake.
The Illuminati,
And that too, maybe.
and they probably make a crap ton of money. So like, doesn't matter. You can't shut us down. We make money. People like David watching in their hotel rooms.
Yep.
I don't know.
Sorry, continue.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say back on the Nicki Minaj thing, being being possessed. Unless you don't want me to talk about this.
Go for it, Chris. If
So-
it's what's on your heart,
It's
we
an
wanna
open
hear
and
it.
uncensored podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's a few of these people that are out there, these pop stars, that have videos on the internet that you could watch right now of them saying, what are you about to say, Dan?
Nothing.
Hey,
Okay.
finish it up. I'm pulling up the YouTube
Okay.
to fact check you.
Type in Nicki Minaj and then Cameron.
I don't know. What?
Cameron is the name of her demon.
Nikki. Oh, I spelled it right that time.
Yeah.
Minaj.
You're freaking me out.
I'm serious. She's like on this radio show, and they're like, "Yo, Nikki, what do you want to tell everybody?" And she's like, Cameron says that he's inside me and he's here to stay, and he's the one that's singing for me. I watched this like a year ago, so I don't exactly remember what she said, but it's crazy. Like, what the heck is that supposed to mean? There was one with Nicki Minaj, and then there was one with Kesha. She's got a name. She like talks about her demon that she had. She like fully says it right out in the open. She has a demon inside of her named so and so. I don't remember what that one's name is, but anyways,
You Googling it?
because the main
I'm
thing,
not finding it.
the main thing. Oh, shut up! I will find it in like less than 10 seconds. Count.
10,
My phone didn't unlock.
9.
Okay, there we go.
8, 7,
Yep.
6,
5,
5, 4.
Thank you for counting slowly. I
3,
appreciate that.
2, 1.
Illuminati's not real.
It's loading the videos right now.
Dang. Can I see?
Yep. Just wait. Or not the video. I'm sorry, but gosh.
Yeah, because
what?
it's not there because the
I'm
Illuminati took it down.
Yeah, probably.
Boom.
Anyways, I'll show
Point
you guys
proven.
some other time.
All right.
That's inappropriate. Why is she so inappropriate? Anyways,
Yikes.
yep.
You should send us the link, though.
I'll send
Yeah,
you.
that would
I'll
actually-
send you a link.
I do
I'll
want to
find
see it. I actually do want to see
I'm
it.
intrigued.
And then you can post it underneath the podcast on your website. Your cool website. I went on it.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Both. You guys said that at the same time. That was cute.
Dan and I are kind of in sync.
Little
Like
bit.
the band.
None of you have said jinx yet.
We don't even do that to each other.
No.
That's
like
how.
why?
Wow.
When you're as close
I would
as
want a
we
free
are.
soda. I don't know.
You can't do it for a beer, though, and I don't drink soda. And it's pop.
Okay.
So,
I drink Diet Pop like an old person.
I
I
do
say
too.
soda. I'm sorry.
Diet Coke is like the only pop that I really like.
Soda.
Diet soda.
Where were you born, Chris?
Minnesota. Oh, snap. Boom.
S-O-
Snap, crackle,
You
pop.
grew up
T-A.
in Minnesota?
And you don't call it pop.
How
Born
did you
and
start
raised.
calling it soda then?
Because it's the correct word. I
When
came to
did
this
you
realization.
decide
I don't know. A long time ago.
Really?
I think maybe when I was born, it was just a natural instinct in my mind. Like,
just
that
that-
is what it's called, and I know that.
I'm just going to tell you. I moved here from California where it is soda. So I said soda for 9 years of my life.
Wow.
And then switched.
And I moved to Minnesota. And I can't tell you when that I switched to saying pop, but I say pop now.
Is it only
Wow.
in Minnesota that people call it pop?
Well, I saw this really skewed map. It wasn't accurate based on people's comments of like what states say what.
Okay.
Like Tennessee and like a few southern states actually say Coke for anything.
Right. Like, can I get a Coke? It could be
right.
an orange soda or something.
I think Wisconsin does say pop.
But then it's
Some of them.
it's
Some of
most
them.
of like east of us supposedly say pop.
Yeah.
And then everything else says soda. And then like a few like southern central
isn't the
southern
full name
states say
Soda Pop?
say Coke.
Yeah, soda pop. Yeah.
So
Because that's the thing, too, isn't it?
cream pop? No. I don't
Cream
think-
soda.
Cream pop. Oh, yeah, you're right. Cream soda. Yeah, that's right.
You are
Yeah.
okay. So cream soda, we can call that pop cream soda.
Cream soda is a pop.
Yeah,
It's a soda, though.
not cream soda is a soda. That's stupid.
But it's in the name, though. It's cream soda.
Cream soda is
a
pop.
creamy soda. That's what it is.
It's an adjective.
Yeah.
That's only because someone from California came up with it.
Maybe. Could be.
Are there any, like, is there another alternative? Like pop soda or
Coke
sugar water? I remember I watched
or unhealthy stuff.
Super Size Me.
Yeah,
And on
Oh,
that,
yeah.
there's a super fat
not
guy.
good to watch that crap.
And I watched the movie like 10 times. But there's a super fat guy who gets, what's the surgery where they make you skinny?
Liposuction.
Yeah.
Boom.
And
First.
and he was saying how much pop he drank.
Yeah.
And he called it sugar water or
Really?
soda water. And it was like, and he drank like 2 or 3 liters a day.
2 or 3 soda waters.
And it was like, don't call it water, bro. Like, maybe that's part of your problem. It's not water. It's pop.
So one of the guys at work, one of the managers that I work with quite a bit, was talking about that he was like crazy addicted to Mountain Dew. Mm-hmm. Like he would drink
Oh, my gosh.
like between 6 and 8 cans a day, I think.
Yep.
And his daughters and his wife like had to have an intervention with him, and like he still craves Mountain Dew.
Specifically.
Yeah, Like he still like he desires it, like an alcoholic desires beer. Like
Yeah.
Wow.
he craves Mountain Dew, but he hasn't had a Mountain Dew. I think he said in like 4 or 5 years.
It's crazy how many people at my work, they drink. Like this one guy, I make fun of him all the time about it. He drinks like 5 or 6 cans a day. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's like why? How do you do that? There's a cool ingredient in there that brominated vegetable oil that you spray on your clothes, and it's a flame retardant. People that are welders spray that on their clothing. So
And it's in Coke
Mountain Dew.
or Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you know? What the purpose of it being in Mountain Dew is?
I don't know if it's...
It's that like dewy flavor.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. That's why the Mountain Dew never lights on fire when I try.
Yep.
Have you actually tried?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just checking.
Why
Light
did
it
I
up.
try that? That would be strange.
One of my coworkers, he was like buying energy drink cans. RJ, I'll just say it. And he was like cutting them and then using the top part and like trying to light a fire in them and like make a little... I don't know if he was trying to pop popcorn or what he was doing, like almost like a little stove.
Like at work?
Yeah.
He sounds like
Like-
a silly guy.
On our breaks. Yeah.
So he'd take a pop can,
And
cut
like
off the top.
The top, so but like the aluminum ones with the like the 24-ounce ones with the twisty cap.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're like kind of like a bigger bowl.
Yep.
And then you can seal it with the cap.
Yep.
And then he was like starting little fires in them for fun. I'm not entirely sure of his purpose. I'll probably need to
He
check
might
in
be
with him.
just working on his like survivalist skills. Doesn't he have a like an everyday carry website? So maybe he's just trying to like bring out his inner wilderness man.
So I'm gonna throw.
He
this
likes
out
fire
there
a lot too, I think. But
real
yeah.
quick. I just watched a documentary on aluminum and burning aluminum. Any type of aluminum in your body, like through deodorant or like cooking with it, is really, really, really bad. It's crazy.
Why is it bad?
Some people think it leads to Alzheimer's because people that have had Alzheimer's had their brains inspected, and they've had amounts of aluminum in their brains in it. Yeah,
Well, they shouldn't
It's a
have
toxin.
stuck the aluminum foil through their ears.
that's very true. Very, very, very true. No, but I don't know. It was scary.
Is that on Netflix or?
That's on Amazon. Amazon Prime.
Okay, I was going to
Amazon
say,
Video
I hope you don't subscribe to some conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a separate
Conspiracytheories.com.
streaming service.
Yeah, it's not. That one's not
pay
necessarily
$50 a month.
conspiracy, but
to get the latest and greatest conspiracy theories. What's it called?
I don't remember. Something aluminum.
Metal on the Brain.
Maybe. Yeah, that's what it is.
Dude, if you think about it, Netflix is a fantastic deal. Like the value proposition that Netflix gives you, like $12, 2 people can watch it anytime. Everything that's on Netflix,
Yeah,
for a month.
right.
That's like compared to I'm going to go see a movie or I'm going to rent movies.
Oh, yeah.
The amount that you can get and then the quality that. I mean, just
Yeah.
comparatively to when you had to go to movie stores.
But it's totally about creating like a dependency within you so that you could never not have that, right? Like it's creating like this craving to always have like some sort of entertainment, like video entertainment always going on. Whereas like before, when I was even in like middle school and high school, we'd go to the movie store and rent one movie, like or
And get a
or like
gumball?
it'd be Saturday,
That was the nice thing, is you could get snacks at the same
Yeah.
time.
right? It'd be like
exactly.
Friday afternoon, and we'd go rent like 3 movies, and we can watch them this weekend. Like that was like
That was awesome.
yeah, and now it's like to be able to sit on my computer and catch up on work in that evening, I have to have some TV show on. Like if I'm going to sit in my living room, of course I'm going to have a TV show just playing in the background.
You're such a good worker that you would work in the evening. I never do work in the evening.
It's a necessity thing. When there's that much stuff to do,
Right.
you just do it. Get
Yeah.
it done.
You're salaried. That's extra responsibility. I'm hourly.
I think
clock
some
out.
people.
I'm
Well, I
done.
think some people would make like the opposite argument. I think that's totally a personal thing because some people would say, "I'm salary, so when I am, as long as I get my whatever allotted time done,
I'm good to go. Right.
Yeah.
Or other people would be like, "Well, I can get paid for as many hours as I work, so I need to get all my overtime and work as much as possible."
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like to get like a little overtime, like 5 hours.
Overtime was great,
That's my sweet spot.
right? I mean, that's
I don't want to go crazy. I don't want to work.
like IT positions are like by definition like you have to be paid like salary
Okay.
in general. Like to have an IT position, that's just for whatever reason that's like the industry standard.
In marketing, I think we're like half and half, maybe. Like half the people are salaried, and
Sure,
maybe like 40% are salaried, and then
right.
60% hourly.
But when you get into like hourly stuff, like I mean, when I used to work like welding and stuff, I mean there is a lot of money if you want to just work.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dedicate your
when you
life
start
to it.
talking time and a half,
Yeah.
that makes a world of difference.
Yeah. Are you hourly,
Versus,
Chris?
I am hourly.
Yeah. The part that's nice is, like every second that you're working is counting towards something.
Yeah.
right?
Especially when you go out on the road traveling.
That's a really good feeling.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I'm in
I
a
just
car
put in,
right
like,
now.
14 hours today. Heck yeah.
Yep.
And when Dave goes on a 6-day trip, he gets paid the same.
You're like, well, it's 3:30. I am going to go home. Or I'll kill everybody out here.
3:30.
Well, if you get salary, I would, yeah.
Not quite.
When do you go in and when do you leave, Dave?
On average, I'd say I probably get in at 7 and I leave at 5.
Okay.
Oh, you're a
And-
go-getter.
And I generally skip lunch or like eat lunch while I'm working.
Really?
You were such a
Yeah.
good person, Dave. Wow.
I think I come in at like 7:30 and then leave at 5:30.
Right.
But I take like an hour, and for lunch, and then sometimes an hour and a half when I play basketball.
It totally depends on like the season though. I mean, like there are times where like I don't have enough workload where it justifies that. So then I'll come in at,
Oh yeah.
a little later in the day and I'll leave by 5 and I'll take an hour lunch or, there's different times, but on average, I probably work between 45 and 50 hours a week.
I must
What-
be a crap
What
employee.
are your hours?
Well, my core hours,
Core?
are, core
Like-
hours.
like at the
Like what
most
you should
minimal.
do, this is what most
Yeah.
people do. Excuse me, 7 to 3:30.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's
So if
interesting.
I come in at 7, I leave at 3:30. If there's more stuff to do that I need to do
Is
and
that
customers
with-
are there, I'll stay later.
Is that with like a 1 hour lunch or
Half an hour lunch.
Okay.
So get in your 8 hours.
Right.
Dude, I like that.
If I come in at 8, I will leave at 4:30.
Yep.
If I
Right.
come in at 7:30, I will leave at 4.
Right.
That's how I do.
So can you come in any time as long as you get 8 hours or
That's how it used to be, but I got a new manager and he's kind of a butthead.
so so is production like multiple people who have to work together to accomplish a goal, or is it
Yes,
like
it
you're in
is.
charge of your own station and like you just have to box?
It is multiple people, so I'll have like an electrical assembler and mechanical assembler on the same machine as me. Normally they can do stuff themselves, but if they, they will sometimes need me, and they're supposed to come in at like 6 o'clock every morning. So that's kind of one big problem at our company is the stupid programmer's not here yet. Doesn't come until 10 every day. Yeah,
But it's
So
8. But you're there by 8.
yeah.
An electrical assembler, mechanical assembler, and then you're a
Well, my official title is a controls technician.
So, what's the difference? Like, what to make your
Machine?
machine run?
Mm-hmm.
All three of you are needed. What part does each person play in that?
So the mechanical assembler takes the parts that come from mechanical design. Well, mechanical design, obviously designs them and then sends it to the part shop where they make them. So mechanical assembler puts together the base of the machine, basically.
So the machine that's used to package everything.
Yeah, all the metal components. That's the
Interesting.
mechanical. Yep. The electrical guy puts all the servo motors, sensors, the photo eyes sensors, everything on the machine that's electrical, runs the cables, wires everything up in the cabinet, does all that part. The stuff that makes all the mechanical things move, that's the electrical guy. And I come in and I configure all this electrical stuff in the cabinet and make it work, basically. Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
That's how it works. Yeah.
So when you have, like, let's say tomorrow you're boxing cereal and then the next day you're boxing mac and cheese, like, do you have to have like a whole new configuration for each of those scenarios?
Yes, their recipes they're called, it depends on what machine you're working on. Like certain machines, normally when we're making a machine for one customer, they'll have a specific set of products that are about the same. So like we just did one for Procter and Gamble, and they do like they had a bunch of shampoo and conditioner. Sure, so they had like 4 different types of bottles, different sizes. So then that's 4 different recipes. So there's different mechanical adjustments and different speeds that things have to run. That's basically how that works. But there's the same machine that does cereal won't do mac and cheese or anything.
Right.
Like that, usually.
That's interesting.
Procter & Gamble is one of the biggest advertisers in the world, like as far as spend goes.
Yeah, we do a lot of stuff
and they
with
come
them.
right here to small town Minnesota.
Well, Alexandria is one of the biggest packaging places in the entire United States. Like
really?
Yeah, like
wow.
Huge. Yeah, really big. They have like Douglas machines. They do I think they have a contract with Coca-Cola, or it was either Coke or Pepsi. It was one of the two.
Okay.
So they make all their machines, all their case packing machines.
Oh, really?
That's through Douglas machines. Yeah, and they do have one with Lay's. Potato chips, Lay's, and Barrel of Fun. They do theirs. Like they have.
Yeah.
That's all through Alexandria. Like
interesting.
It's huge. Yeah. And Agard is another really big one.
So that's is that why you chose to go get the degree that you did, and kind of like because you knew that Alexandria was a hub and you'd be able to get a good job, or you're just like, this sounds
it was kind of that. I was dating Tiffany at the time, and I really wanted a job that I can support a family on. So, and then my buddy, I was living, I know. So I was, living with a buddy.
And you're like, I don't want to have to live with him for much longer.
Yeah, exactly. And, he was going for that program too. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, this looks pretty cool. Like
we're going to get hot wives and jobs that we can pay for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the life, man.
And they had bunk beds when they lived together.
Yep, pretty much. We snuggled. But anyways, that's why I went for that. So.
Sweet.
That's interesting. It actually sounds like a lot of fun.
It's pretty lit, fam.
Is that your favorite thing to say?
Yeah, because it gets a good reaction out of people. It's pretty Gucci.
All I do is I just picture you sitting there with the pipe, like the Bitmoji lit fam.
Yeah.
There with the pipe. Speaking of which, I just have to get you a pipe so that then you start to love pipes.
Me?
Yeah, you.
What?
Tobacco pipes. Anyone who's picking up on episode 17 or whatever this is, they're tobacco pipes.
What's the website, Dave, where people can get your...
I don't have any pipes on there right now, but people could custom order something from SwedburgPipeCo.com.
Can you smoke crack out of them?
No.
Why not? Doesn't sound like a very universal pipe.
It's not universal. It is for polished, sophisticated.
You have to smoke things that are on
don't
brand.
Want to ruin their lives.
Can I put sheesh in it? Shisha?
Shisha?
Yeah.
Buy a hookah.
No,
hookahs are the worst. Have you ever smoked a hookah, Dan?
No.
So it's just water vapors for anyone who's not really aware with like some tobacco type stuff. But it like you're inhaling water vapors. And so it basically just gives you bronchitis for days after you do it.
And you burn it with aluminum on the top of it, so boom, Alzheimer's. Don't go there. So I went out with the same buddy that I was living with, and another one of his buddies.
We'll
in
call
the
him Joe.
Program. Joe and Steven.
I was going to say Stan, but Steven works.
Steven, yeah, Joe and Steven.
Stephen, the real name?
No.
Okay.
No. Zach and Brian. We all went out to Angelina's and drank a ton of
Angelina
beer.
Jolie's?
No, Angelina's in Alexandria. Ate a ton of chicken wings. Oh, this is an Italian restaurant on the north side of town. It's pretty yummy.
What? I've never heard of it.
Angelina's, yeah. It's
I
good
haven't
stuff.
either.
What?
Should we take our wives there?
Yeah, let's all go together.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, well, I'm
Triple
continuing.
date.
So we got a bunch of wings, ate a crap ton of wings, went back to my buddy's place, drank a bunch of Franzia wine, which was stupid. After we had just gotten done drinking a bunch of beer with our wings, so that just not a good combination. Then we
Yikes.
started smoking hookah.
Ooh.
I threw up purple chicken chunks. It was so gross.
Why purple?
Because of the Franzia wine.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That
it
is-
was nasty.
That is disgusting.
it was very bad.
And I hope that you learned everything in moderation
Yeah.
from that experience.
Yeah.
Box wine for the win.
Box wine puke did taste better than regular puke.
I don't really like wine. So
At all? Not like
I've
a nice
had, like-
Cabernet?
I've had like one wine that I thought was actually palatable.
Really?
Palatable. Nice word, man.
I mean, it's all about your palate. I don't know.
So do you like white wines more or red wines more?
The only wine that I've ever had that I was like, oh, that's not that bad was red wine.
You like
I like both, but I think I prefer red.
All right, so here's the deal.
I don't
Both of
drink
you
that
can
much
buy
red.
me your favorite bottle of wine, and I'll tell you what I think of it.
Wait, I want to know. Are you a guy that really likes sweets, very sweet stuff?
I mean,
What-
I do like dessert.
What do you think about Stella cider or Red's apple ale? Does that kind of gross you out?
Those don't gross me out.
No?
I mean, kombucha grosses me out.
Kombucha is pretty good sometimes.
I like
It's
kombucha.
a little
I like it.
alien, like
Bacteria.
living growth thing from AVP that makes this disgusting vinegar juice that you drink.
Makes you feel good though.
What?
It does me. It gives me more energy than coffee.
Yeah,
Like, I
it's
feel
got
better
caffeine in
after
it.
I feel better after drinking kombucha than
All right, folks. Maybe the fact that I've never actually tried it, but I've only ever seen my buddy's dad
Oh.
make it.
What? Come on! Wow.
maybe
you can't
I
say
should
you don't
try
like
it.
something if you've never tried it. That's rude.
Because I've seen someone actually make it, and
It
I've
doesn't
seen
look
the
good.
mother.
it
No,
doesn't
does
look
not
good.
look good. Yeah.
Don't just make sure your mouth doesn't get on the mother.
That's like
That's
seeing
the
more
thing. Like,
mushrooms.
what if you drink that crap and then like you get the slimy, still alive loogie thing?
Just don't drink that part.
Don't think about that.
Well, okay. My mom gave me some iced tea 7 months ago, or 8, maybe 12, and
Okay.
she's like, "Okay, like I got this iced tea for you." I pour it in a
that your
glass.
mom
I'm not
talks?
paying attention. Yeah, and then I take a drink, and then I realize that there's like some sort of nasty, slimy, loogie, moldy chunk
That's gross.
that I drank, and is also hanging out like on my glass.
It's grossing me out.
Yeah, and then I was like dry heaving, and so I just
What was it though? A loogie?
it was an unopened thing of iced tea that was probably just bad, or like
gross.
they put kombucha into that. That's how I think kombucha tastes.
Like a loogie.
Yeah.
Wow. It does kind of smell like a foot. I'm not gonna lie. If you open a bottle of kombucha and smell
I don't think I'm ever gonna do it.
it smells like a foot.
I just don't think
good
it's
for your
worth it.
digestive
It's
system,
not worth
man.
it.
I'm gonna think about buying you some.
There's things
from
that
Willie's.
I like, and I'm going to stick to them. Stick to the things that you know and like.
But
That's
then you
actually a
never try
very
anything
close-minded
new.
statement. I
Yeah.
don't mean that. Unless they look like a loogie. So like oysters out of the half shell, refuse. Kombucha, because it has a
Turtles in a
living
half
loogie
shell.
mother, I refuse.
Donald Trump looks like a loogie.
An orange one.
Yeah, an orange loogie.
Okay.
Infected.
Okay, we're not stooping to insulting
sorry.
humans.
Our president, the leader of this country.
El Presidente.
Our president is a hard person to respect, but it is what it is. And with that, Chris, It has been a great evening.
It has been good. It's been very
You still
good.
have quite a bit of beer.
I do. I'm gonna maybe finish this so I don't waste it.
Yeah,
I
waste.
also want to drive home safe, so I don't know what to do.
Do you know your limit?
Yes, I do. I was going to ask you about this, actually. Tiffany told me that you said that you... I know we're trying to end here, but...
Never been drunk?
Never been drunk.
Yeah.
Ever.
Really?
Never even got buzzed?
Dave's been buzzed. I've seen
been
Dave buzzed.
Okay.
I've been buzzed.
Okay. But never like where you're walking and you're like, whoa.
Oh, no, not at all.
No, I don't think he has.
Yeah.
There was a bonfire like last spring, and you were feeling good. But
I've been buzzed.
But you weren't like, no. You weren't.
Trashed.
No.
Oh, no.
I don't think I've ever been
I've never
trashed.
had more than... Like, I know that if I have 4 drinks, then I'm buzzed. And that's not... Like, that's for sure. Like,
4 is
okay,
like a buzz.
I'm not going to have more than 4 drinks. And that's very, very rarely that I'd ever have more than 4 drinks.
Yeah.
I usually have like 4.5 on this podcast.
Yeah, right. Dan.
I think I do.
No.
I don't?
No.
I'm super chill when I get buzzed, so you probably don't notice.
But I'm sitting right here, and I know how many drinks that you generally have on the podcast.
Right. I had 1 16-ounce beer. What's the alcohol percentage?
I don't even know.
It's actually probably like 5.5.
And then I
Yeah.
poured
That's
like...
what I'm going to guess.
Oh, 6.9.
6.9.
Wow.
So we're like... That's like a beer and a half per 12. And then I probably had like 2.5 servings of bourbon. I'm fine.
I'm cool, man.
You have a much more...
Meatier.
Masculine?
I was going to say like a body mass.
I'm like
Index
210.
is probably
Masculine.
slightly...
I'm like 210.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, I'm
a decent athlete with a little chubs.
I'm 168.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like about right where I am, too.
Yeah, I mean like
Yeah.
4 drinks is as much
More
as
for
I'm
you
ever gonna
than-
have
Then
at
for
the
me.
very most. So
I stopped drinking beer for like 2 months.
you
did.
didn't really though.
I did.
because
I
you
talked
had
to you about this.
yeah,
And I
then
did
you're
lose
like,
weight.
and then you're
Oh,
like,
I bet.
I did.
Beer's terrible if you want to lose.
It was like 5 pounds, but I did. I stopped drinking as much as I did.
I have some.
I did like once every like 3 weeks is when I would. Yeah, it was very rare.
I have a great program if you would like to lose weight.
What's it called?
Not-
Exercise.
Not telling you on the air.
Oh, oh, I know what it is.
And with that, folks,
Have a good night. This is the Cowboys and Unicorns podcast signing off. I'm David.
and I'm Dan.
God bless you.
Adios.
Love you all.